Conversational AI has its fun use cases, especially in role-playing. If you have sufficient hardware, you can run a chatbot locally, without the need for an external subscription. A few months back, I tried coding my own AI replica of Kreia to play in Knights of the Old Republic 2 with me. It was a fun thought experiment, but the AI was rather limited because it only had audio input as context. Nevertheless, let me show you in this video how I coded that AI. Oh, and if you haven't watched the previous videos, I would appreciate it if you do check them out. I was losing my mind with Kreia. To summarize, the AI contains three components: a speech recognition model, a large language model similar to ChatGPT, and a voice synthesizer cloned on Kreia's voice. And here are my system specifications for reference. To get started with AI systems, I would always recommend downloading Anaconda because you are able to install Python libraries easier that way. If you don't have a good GPU, you can always look into renting a cloud, but that's outside the bounds of this tutorial. To set up a new Python environment, I'll use the Anaconda PowerShell prompt. Using the following lines on the screen, we set up a new environment based around Python 3.9.11. And then we're going to install the necessary files and libraries into this environment. The most crucial of these are PyTorch and CUDA. You could opt to use the PowerShell command lines on the screen, or alternatively, you could download the CUDA toolkit as an exe file from the NVIDIA website itself. For our speech recognition module, I'll be using OpenAI Whisper. This model has 4 levels of accuracy and model size. But so far I've been using the tiny one and it works just fine. Then you have to use Conda to install the relevant library, as shown on the screen. The following Python code will download and run the model. For the chatbot itself, I use Ollama, more specifically the 3 billion parameter quantized variant of Llama 3.2, which runs well on my 8 gigs of VRAM. For Windows users, you can simply download Ollama as an exe file and activate the model using the command lines shown on the screen. The Ollama GitHub page shows the types of models that you can access and the amount of memory you need for each and every one, so you can adjust it according to your needs. And finally, for the third component, which is your text-to-speech. Already running 2 AI models at once is already quite intensive for my local system, so I personally opt to call Elevenlabs via an API instead. Though if you have more powerful GPU, you can certainly look into some other local text-to-speech models. Other than these, there are some additional libraries: sound device and keyboard, to log in your keyboard inputs and your sound input, saving it as a WAV file. Elevenlabs will also need to use another module to stream the AI generated voice. There are other tools out there you can use to add to your AI's capabilities, but for now this will suffice. We're just going to take a look at the Python script. So naturally, as always in any Python script, you import all the necessary libraries that you have. So it's right here, all the things that we had needed to install just now. And starting with it is obviously the prompt template. So it's essentially telling what you want the LLM to roleplay as. So we have a bunch of instructions here that enables her to interact with us in a certain way, in a certain manner. And if you've seen the videos, you know how annoying it is, but that's the way it is. And you have these parentheses right here. This is essentially the text input. I won't go into too much into that. And you have, of course, your Elevenlabs streaming. So this is where you put your API key. I don't have my API key here for obvious reasons. If not, somebody will be using my stuff. And then you have the LLM, which is your Ollama. And then you start off the chat with a blank text and the chain, which is your prompt, feeding the LLM, and then an output parser. And then this thing to run, invoke the chatbot's response, and then this is of course the place where you interact with the AI. So you can modify this accordingly to what buttons you want to use to activate the talking function. I set the recording to 77 seconds actually, so it depends on how much you want to speak exactly. it all depends. I'm just finding an optimal path and position for it. And for the Whisper model, I'm using tiny.en because previous times I've just used tiny, and it essentially kept interpreting my voice as speaking Bahasa Indonesia for some reason. And of course your voice ID, this you can check if you have an Elevenlabs voice already cloned. You can go to your account and just go check it out, see what code is, you can copy it and paste it here. And of course your audio stream is to play the audio file, the audio output of the Elevenlabs. So I'm just going to go right here. I want to show you. So we need to open up 2 instances of this Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So the first one is of course to open up this Ollama run Llama 3.2 so that it's essentially activated already. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Just wait for it to load a bit. Okay, since it's activated, we open up another instance of Anaconda. Then we're gonna run the HK. Okay, I saved my own original script as HK47 chatbot just for showcase purposes. So you see down here, then you just wait for it to load. It will take a while, so I'm just gonna fast forward this video. Good afternoon, Kreia. Today we'll be making an AI tutorial video. What do you think? And then, okay, so my voice is a bit odd.
Ashrafen and Kreia, a name that holds little significance, for it is not the labels we wear that define us, but the choices we make. Yet tell me, what lies at the heart of your desire to create an AI tutorial? Is it a genuine pursuit of knowledge, or merely a means to impose order upon a chaotic universe?
No, it's just for me to record my journey and my experiences.
A personal log, a self-documented path. How quaint. But do you truly believe that recording your experiences will clarify the complexities of the universe, or merely serve as a crutch for your own introspection?
Yeah, you might want to modify the prompt accordingly because sometimes the AI might get a little too, too annoying. And I'm still experimenting with modifying the prompt to see whether it can be a bit more versatile and not just stick to this weird limbo whereby it just talks like this. And that's it for this video on a quick rundown of how I created a simple chatbot based on Kreia's personality. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more things related to Star Wars, the Old Republic, or artificial intelligence, do check out the rest of my channel. Thanks for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.